have you yourself seen NHI? Are you aware of more than one type of NHI? But Jay Stratton does say that he has seen an NHI. Do you know what he's referring to?
I have seen with my own eyes non-human craft and non-human beings.
Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the goddamn internet, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about Lou Elizondo. He's made a few statements of the new documentary coming out about the age of disclosure, right? He's got a few things to say. Yeah, he's very dances around the topic about being a first-hand witness, whistleblower, etc. And I've seen comments about whistleblowers tell all, which is true in a lot of cases, and Lou has to get anything approved by DOPSA, which is obviously conflict of interest and confusing on so many levels. So we're going to be checking that out, all the points, some really good footage, videos and details about the upcoming documentary, and we're going to be covering every part of it. So
I was recruited to a highly sensitive government program that investigated unidentified aerial phenomenon.
For over 16 years, on behalf of the U.S. government, I worked as a senior intelligence official on the unidentified aerial phenomenon topic.
We learned that the U.S. government was involved in a long-running secret war with other nations to collect and reverse engineer vehicles not made by humans.
I have seen with my own eyes non-human craft and non-human beings.
What else you want to know?
so dramatically he says, what do you want to know? But that is not true. He won't tell you what you want to know, especially not on camera. So I don't know what this documentary is going to be bringing out. I don't know if he's got something new approved by the OPSA. But yeah, frustrating.
There is a documentary coming out that you've been a part of that we just saw that's been making the rounds, the Age of Disclosure. Mm-hmm. It seems like a big one. It seems like a DOPSR dream team. I mean, there's a lot of people in that lineup.
Yeah.
Can you shed any light on what's to be expected in this documentary?
So I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I'm very eager for it to come out. I have been part of facilitating a lot of the people who are in that movie to come forward. It's been a long project, probably about 3 years now. It's been done, as most people now know, sub rosa, right, in secret, because it's very important. And there's people that are being interviewed that have never come out publicly on this topic.
That we've not seen on the trailer.
You've not seen on trailer. I think people can well, you know what? People are funny, right? Because some people come back and say, wow, this is the definitive documentary. And then other people come out and say, meh.
Nothing burger.
Yeah, because you're not meeting their expectations, sure. Right? You know, and so, you know, I'm very, very, what I think it does, it certainly moves the needle in the right direction. Everything I try to do is to move the needle in the right direction. I think this film project is another example of some very brave Americans coming forward.
First-hand witnesses?
You know, I don't want to give too much away. I'll let the audience decide for themselves. You know, I want to be very careful what I say and what I don't say. But I do believe it's going to change the conversation irrevocably. Mm-hmm. And I'm very excited for it to come out.
Are you aware of any new footage of UAP or NHI being featured? I
can't discuss the details of the film. Like I said, I have
to ask on behalf of the audience.
Yeah, sure. I have not seen the film in its complete form, but you know, you have some very, very significant information in that documentary.
So Lou is really hinting at this new documentary coming out. He has some monetary gain from this, so conflict of interest, but he says some significant things will be coming out. So we're going to be checking that out.
Jay Stratton
Mm-hmm.
says...
Not just Jay.
Okay,
That's
well,
right.
I mean, that is interesting. But Jay Stratton does say that he has seen an NHI. Do you know what he's referring to?
I do, but you have to talk to Jay about that. I don't like speaking on other people's behalf.
Okay.
You've probably noticed that in other interviews. I'm not a kiss and tell kind of guy.
Yeah.
And I'm the kind of guy that, if people want to throw rocks at me for that, that's fine.
No, I respect that, actually. I think that's probably the best move there. But is it safe to assume that you know what he's talking about?
I don't like to presume or assume anything.
Great.
So I wonder if anything's ever going to come out about the microchip that had its own metabolism. The New Jersey thing disappeared as well. I hope Trump fixes this, but I doubt he will, because he just shrugged it off and the story went away. Ross Coulthard tried speaking on it again and all that stuff. Jake Barber, everything. A lot of new witnesses coming out, so make sure you subscribe, notifications on, because we're going to be covering every part.
But Jay Stratton does say that he has seen an NHI. Do you know what he's referring to?
I do, but you have to talk to Jay about that.
And so this is what Lou is referring to when he's speaking about Jay Stratton's story, right? So make sure you pay close attention to this and stay till the end, because the best parts are there, as always. Guys, it's going to be an insane year.
I have seen with my own eyes non-human craft and non-human beings.
And remember, not too long ago, we were like fucking begging for first-hand witnesses, and now there's all these so-called first-hand witnesses. So we've got to vet them, we've got to look at them, we've got to let them tell their stories. Jake Barber, I just wish there was more substantial things being told. There's some recent really crazy things going on with not Stephen Greer, but him as well, but more specifically Bledsoe Setso family, right? Chris Bledsoe. There was a documentary released by Area 51, which is substantial as fuck. Okay, so make sure you check that out. It's in about an hour, I think, maybe more, 2 hours, I don't even know, but it was really nice looking at that. And you know how Tim Taylor, right, he claimed to be working for the Hammer. So I recently watched The Adjustment Bureau, which is something that Tim Taylor actually said if there was a movie about him, that would be the closest one, right? And there's actually specific mention of the Hammer, and these people adjust what happens in real life to make the outcome better. Supposedly they're from another reality or some shit, and the Hammer is this outer force, external, whatever, and they are able to jump to different places and affect what happens, or they try to, because there's an order or the plan, right? So it's all these crazy shit you gotta consider. It sounds so fucking weird.
Have you yourself seen NHI?
Let's share that one for a little later.
A little later, like after this airs?
Maybe never. No. Again, I am very restricted on what I can say and how I say it from the government. I still am a very loyal American. And this conversation is continuing, and I think more will be forthcoming in time. And I'll leave it at that.
Fuck off.
Are you aware of more than one type of NHI?
Let me see how I can answer this. Accuracy is very important. Being aware of is not necessarily the same as having proof of.
This fucking guy.